Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Let's talk about Mr. Bill Clinton and his involvement or relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. And it's already known that Bill Clinton was a good friend, I would say, with Epstein since he was on his airplane. I don't know, the documents show dozens of times. And he was, I think, on the whatever Lolita Express or whatever they call it, and the island of Epstein. It does not mean that he did anything wrong. You can look deeper into that, which I hope they will, but not as of now, nothing is proven that he did anything wrong. It's just allegations and testimonies. The problem is not Clinton and say, hey, why Clinton now? You have to look behind who and what, in what the Clinton family is involved in order to have him attacked and cornered like this. I mean, his past due anyway, right? He's 1,000 years old as well. Let's put it this way. But the the Hillary Clinton is still there, and not that their daughter is there. Remember, these guys are working on dynasties. They're dynasties. The Kennedy dynasty, the Bush dynasty, that Trump fucked. Trump wants a dynasty. These guys are working on it to cut it off. And now the Clintons want their own dynasty. So what happened? New documents show Bill Clinton made threats to Vanity Fair to protect Epstein. Wow. So let's see. I think this is not important. It just shows you how these guys operate. Blackmail, threats, and active. Weren't that, they weren't, I don't know, I just read, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. But weren't some Clinton accusers, Clinton family accusers, like happening to them what happens when you attack Putin in Russia? You know, mysteriously kick the bucket? I don't know. I'm not saying anything happened and like a connection. I know that certain things that we're investigating, some witnesses, some this and that says something about the Clinton family, met, I don't know, Moses, Jesus, whomever they went. I don't think Allah, but they went anyway very quickly. So again, let's see what these guys are saying. New documents show Bill Clinton made threats to Vanity Fair to protect Epstein. No, it wasn't me. New material. Don't get too tangled in these guys if he really is a pervert. Don't get too tangled in that one. Tangled in the big picture. The big picture is powerful people caught by certain kind of services, international services, and that is how should I put it? Agencies. Let's put it this way, from other countries that work together to cover a stupid link. As of now, we just know that these guys were having some perverted preferences, but also a lot of money. That Epstein had a lot of money, had a lot of influence and information. How? Who was that guy? Where is his money? What happened to his money? He just committed suicide. I don't think that happened. I deny that. I refuse to accept this guy's narrative that Epstein committed suicide. I'm allowed to say that. Why? There's too many things that don't come together. The first one is working in the environment over there in the prison or whatever it was, jail, high security. I worked at low security facilities concerning inmates, and we were so, how should I put it, the system was so structured that you can, oh, they fell asleep, oh, the cameras were off. No. That's the direct experience argument that I will always use. That's an impossibility. 99.9999 if you want impossibility. So let's go back. So no, don't focus on these guys' perversity, on the things behind it and how it's covered up. Covered up. I think it's covered up. New material revealed in a lawsuit tied to sex trafficking by Jeffrey Epstein shows that former U.S. President Bill Clinton threatened U.S. publication Vanity Fair to protect Epstein. Well, let's see what the evidence or what the article reports. Because, no, they can come with a conclusion, but let's see what actually they say happened, or who made the statements, or what the evidence are that they allow us to see. On Wednesday, a U.S. federal court released the first batch of documents that include the names of witnesses and accusers tied to Epstein's case. Additional documents will be released in the following days. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them will be redacted and not released for blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. They release us, they make a point. Maybe this is the way they did it in Romania. After the revolution in 1989, some people became very, very rich in a very, very short period of time. And that happened in Russia as well. That happened in Ukraine as well, the so-called oligarchs and so on. So in Romania, it happened the same way. We, the population, the local media, we knew who's who, what's what, and certain things that happened. The big mass media, again, was protecting these guys. And then, as a sign, they cleaned them. So what did they do? They put them in front of the court with their hundreds of millions of dollars, and they said, well, you did this illegality, go to prison 1 year or 2 years with a suspension after a few months. And after that, you're clean. That is, if this guy's committed, let's say, someone goes and steals $1 billion, and after $1 billion, they say, well, where do you have that money? Well, you did this. Okay, we're not going to take your money, but you're gonna do jail time, prison time for 1 year. Would you do that? Remember, go to prison, which is not going to be prison, the prison, no, special prison. And after a year, we release you. You're clean from then on to live your life with no, not being afraid that you will be put in jail or anything like that. So you actually are reborn. That's what's going on. But you keep your money. Would you do that? The answer is a no-brainer. So here, a witness in the document said, and I'm quoting, Bill Clinton walked into Vanity Fair and threatened them not to write sex trafficking articles about his good friend, end quote, allegedly pertaining to Epstein. In a court filing released on Wednesday, a witness in the Epstein claimed, in the Epstein probably whatever investigation or whatever it is, claimed that the financier once said that Clinton likes young girls. Epstein's ties to celebrities and politicians had fueled speculations about their potential involvement in his alleged criminal activities. Now, I was, as an investigator, involved in human trafficking cases. So I have an understanding of certain kind of procedures. Obviously, that's awful. And in this case, as awful it is, I would think you should multiply it by 3,000, let's say, or 5,000, or 10,000, because you don't know exactly where that would lead you. It's so open. Yes, Epstein, yes, Clinton, yes, Dershowitz, yes, this, that. All these guys with all their power. Epstein is not, for me, it's not only the human trafficking issue, the girls and all that. That's one thing. It's the whole structure. And it's not the people only, that's institutions, that's agencies, that's hundreds of millions of dollars involved in this. And the fact that in so many years, we're not allowed to know, and we will not be allowed to know who's who, what's what. They will just pick a few losers. Probably they're gonna make, we're gonna, how do you call it, exonerate Bill Clinton, and he's gonna be clean, and the family will always be clean. Maybe that's an infight somewhere that they want to get the Clinton family. Well, that could be another one. And again, that's on the low level. The big level is what agencies were involved, from what countries. What was Epstein doing actually as doing? I watched an interview, I watched actually two. One interview conducted by Tucker Carlson yesterday with Epstein's brother. I watched it last night actually. And interesting, if he believes that his brother committed suicide and so on. Watch that one, and you're gonna get bits and pieces from more than what it is. And I also watched an interview between Dershowitz, another Jewish guy. He's a he was a scientist. I can't remember his name. Zoberstein, something like that. I can't remember. Another woman, and it was Douglas Murray, sitting for Weasel. What's his name? Piers Morgan. Interesting interview to see how these three people invited by the fourth one, they react and how they discuss the issue. Focus on Dershowitz's answers, Weasel, slippery, and the scientist. The scientist is really getting, but again, it's much more Harvard involved. Harvard professors involved. It's not only professors, it's much more. And that scientist, that was the point I was trying to make, that scientist over there, Jewish, American Jewish, I'm just pointing so you know, kind of like, because Epstein was also Jewish, but does it matter? No, but on whose services was he? Was he attached to, was he a agent? I don't know, but just look into it. We're going to find out little by little. So that scientist said that Epstein was very interested in some scientific issues, but he had no knowledge of anything of that kind. And then again, another guy said in another interview that he was interested in some financial issues, and he didn't have any knowledge of it. There was another interview that I watched. I can't remember who the hell were there now, where the guy said I spoke and he didn't have any knowledge on the investments. So how can you have this much money? Who's behind you? So again, Clinton, it's right here, as bad as it is, but in comparison, with everything that we might find out, and obviously, when Dershowitz says, "I want everything out," he knows that everything will not come out. I want everything out. I want everything out. But when they're going to start bringing things out, he's going to be probably dead by that time. Okay, so obviously now, no, I want. Dershowitz was Epstein's lawyer in the first case, and he was a little bit of a friend, but the friendship ended, and they just behave as a client and attorney right there. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we're going to find out, but I want everything out, because you know that these guys will not be allowed to get everything out, including your garbage probably. And or by that time you will be dead, I don't know, 50 years. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Clinton went and threatened, doesn't surprise me at all. Could be the testimony could be a lie. Yeah, could be. But I know it's more, you know it's more. And the fact that these guys are just giving us little by little, a judge decides gonna give us little by little, that's an ugly system. You want to find out the truth, or you just want to be right? No, I want my interest to succeed. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.